The most avoidable deaths of all time. We are all gonna die someday. Some of us wonder how. If I were to die, I would probably die in a very cool setting, like in war or something, or I would try to like save somebody, like a superhero, and then like, I'll just get shot or something. I'll probably die in a very cool way. Yes, I'm kind of fantasizing it in a weird way, but I like to think highly of my death. Not the fact that I want to die, but the fact that like
Philip Quinn. Death by a lava lamp explosion.
Lava lamp explosion. A lamp can explode and kill you?
In 2004, 24-year-old Philip Quinn from Washington State was at home.
Fun fact, when I was a kid, I thought there was actual lava in the lamps. I know I'm a moron, okay? But I actually thought there was lava in the lamps, and I thought like there was like unbreakable glass behind them so they wouldn't blow up.
Watching his lava lamp do its thing. But apparently it wasn't doing its thing fast enough for his liking. Instead of waiting patiently, Quinn had an idea that no scientist would ever approve of. He put the lava lamp directly on the stove to speed up the process.
Oh my god, man. Like, so I feel like some of these human beings, like, are not real. Like, why would you put a lamp? There's literally wax in a lava lamp. Why would you put it on a fire? I don't understand.
Physics had other plans. As the liquid inside overheated, the pressure built up until the lamp violently exploded.
In front of his face.
A glass shard shot across the room with enough force to pierce his chest.
Oh!
Hard. Quinn collapsed and died almost instantly.
Oh my, that's actually a brutal way to go out, bro. But why would you put a lamp on a stove? Who thinks of that, man? That was a very avoidable death.
When police arrived, they found the shattered remains of the lamp, and presumably a cautionary tale about why household items come with warning labels. For the record, lava lamps already have a safety warning that explicitly states, do not heat this on a stove.
Yeah.
A piece of advice that, if followed, probably would have saved his life. David Grunman, death...
What is this image? This guy shot a cactus. A cactus can explode off a shot. How would it did like one of the springs shoot back at you?
By cactus revenge. On February 4th, 1982, 27-year-old David Grunman was out in the Arizona desert, armed with a shotgun and a questionable sense of judgment. He and his roommate had gone shooting, but instead of aiming at targets, David decided to take on Mother Nature herself by blasting away at a...
Why would you shoot a shotgun at a cactus? You know how much firepower a shotgun has? If you shoot it at the cactus will literally go like this. It'll literally explode, and there's a bunch of shards and pointy parts, spikes in them. Like, why would you take this chance? And if you're shooting a shotgun, I'm assuming you're close to the cactus. What the hell is wrong with people,
cacti.
Man?
At first, things went as expected. He fired at a small cactus, watching it collapse in defeat. Encouraged by his success, he set his sights on a much larger 26-foot saguaro and unloaded his shotgun into it. And that's when karma struck back. A massive 4-foot arm of the cactus broke off and fell directly on top of him. The weight of the tiny limb crushed him instantly, ending his cactus shooting career permanently. David was declared dead at the scene. Locals call it cactus karma.
Yo, I think this might be the first human being who died to a plant. Are there any plants that are like poisonous to even touch? This guy just died to a plant.
A brutal reminder that desert plants have survived for thousands of years, and they don't take kindly to being shot at. This could have been avoided if David had just picked a different hobby, maybe fishing, or literally anything that doesn't involve shooting at 500-pound plants. Hans Steininger. Death by beard entanglement. Hans Steininger was a well-respected mayor in 16th century Austria, known for his wisdom, leadership, and an absolutely massive beard.
Oh no.
At 4.5 feet long, it was less of a facial feature and more of an...
This guy's beard was almost 5 feet long. Bro, I feel like at that point, it would literally weigh down your face and it would like hurt to have it on your face. I don't know, I've never grown out, I can't even like grow a beard like at all, but...
accessory, one that he usually rolled up and tucked into his pocket like a Renaissance-era fashion statement. But one day, during a sudden fire in town, Steininger forgot to tuck in his beard before running to help. As he hurried down a flight of stairs, he stepped on it, tripped, and fell headfirst, breaking his neck. Yes, this man was literally taken down by his own beard. If there's any...
How do you just say this so casually? Oh, one night, he forgot to tuck his beard into his pockets, and then he tripped on his own beard and fell down the stairs. That sounds ridiculous. How did the cops even find... What, did somebody see it? Imagine explaining that to the cops. Oh, he had a very long beard, and he forgot to tuck it in his pockets, as he usually does. Not weird at all, right? And then he fell down the stairs and then died. This guy literally, he died to literal body hair. Oh my goodness. See, like, if you were a woman in this instance, like your life would have been saved. You never would have had a big ass beard. I don't.
Lesson to take from this. It's that at a certain length, a beard stops being stylish and starts being a tripwire. Elena Struthers Gardner, impaled by metal straw. Reusable straws are supposed to save the environment, but this one didn't even save a single person.
Wait, metal straw? I've never drank out of a metal straw in my life. I don't think anybody has. Metal straw.
In November 2019, in
this was
England,
recent.
60-year-old Lena Struthers Gardner, a retired jockey with mobility issues, was at home sipping from a mason jar with a built-in stainless steel straw.
Oh, okay.
But as she walked through the kitchen, she suddenly lost her footing and fell. The metal straw...
Oh, not in her eyes! It's in her eyes!
Held firmly in place by the lid, did not budge. Instead, it impaled her left eye, driving straight into her brain. Her wife, Mandy, rushed in after hearing the sound of her collapse, only to find Lena making strange, gurgling noises.
Oh my god, bro. She probably had a seizure on the rip, like as soon as it went into her
rushed her
face.
to the hospital, but the injury was too severe, and she passed away the next day. Doctors later noted that if the straw hadn't been held...
Bro, imagine one of you watching this video, right? Like, you'll die in the dumbest way possible. Like, think, you might slip on a banana peel like you're in a cartoon and literally die. Now, it is sad that these people died, but at the same time, I wouldn't call this an avoidable death, because she just slipped and it just happened. The straw just happened to freaking hit her in the face. The lamp one, that was 100% avoidable. Why would you heat up a lamp? That was just you being dumb.
Rigidly in place by the lid, it might have moved or bent upon impact, but because it was locked in, it turned into a miniature javelin waiting for an unfortunate victim. This tragedy sparked safety discussions around metal straws, because as it turns out, sharp, movable metal spikes near your face can in fact be dangerous. Who could have seen that coming?
That's
Jennifer
crazy.
Strange. Overdosing on water. On January 12, 2007, 28-year-old Jennifer Strange from Sacramento, California, set out to win a Nintendo Wii for her kids.
Nintendo Wii.
The contest called
What a great mom, yeah?
Hold Your
No, don't tell me the way she was going to win this Wii, she died, which probably did happen.
Wii for a Wii was simple. Drink as much water as possible without urinating. Contestants kept chugging water, with the last person...
Oh, that hurts! That hurts! Bro, because you're going to get, like, cramps? Oh, no! Yo, wouldn't your bladder, like, literally just explode? Because there's too much liquid and gas in there? Oh, my goodness.
...standing winning the console.
No!
At first, Jennifer laughed along with the hosts, but as she kept drinking, she started to feel lightheaded and nauseous. Eventually, she left, telling coworkers she had a terrible headache and was going home. A few hours later, she was found dead in her bathroom. By drinking too much water too quickly, Jennifer had diluted the sodium in her blood, causing her brain to swell dangerously. Essentially, her body drowned itself from the inside out.
That's bad.
And she didn't even win the Wii. After her death, her family sued the radio station.
How do you not win the Wii? You're telling me you drank so much water to the point where your body literally overflowed with water and somebody beat you? Who drank more water than that? What the hell? It's not like anybody else died. Bro, and honestly, I didn't even think that was the worst way. Like, I thought she was gonna die as in her bladder would literally explode. Okay, but that was also bad too, drowning from the inside out.
Which had ignored warnings from medical professionals about the risks of excessive water consumption. The case ended with a $16 million settlement.
$16 million.
But tragically, no amount of money could undo such an unnecessary and...
Bro, you could give somebody $1 billion, but it doesn't matter. You took away their life, bro. No amount of money is worth a life.
...preventable death. Water is great. Just don't drink it like it's a competition. Jimmy Heselden. Death by Segway Cliff Dive. In 2010, British millionaire Jimmy Heselden, the owner of the Segway company, set out to test a new all-terrain version of his product on his private estate.
Okay.
With plenty of open land to explore, it seemed like the perfect place for a smooth ride, except for one poorly placed cliff. While navigating the terrain, Heselden somehow lost control near the edge, veered off the path, and tragically plunged 42 feet into a river below. Rescue teams arrived, but it was too late. The man who owned the Segway company had been defeated by the very thing he sold. This death could have been avoided by not testing a self-balancing scooter near the edge of a literal cliff.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why don't you just go on a road? I don't understand. I don't think people realize like safety precautions for anything. And if there was a warning sign that you did not see, you can't even sue anybody or anything. That's your fault. This was avoidable. If the sign was actually there, this was 100% avoidable.
Falling guardrails or just walking. Dr. Jacqueline Katarik. Suffocation
in
Chimney. In August 2000,
Suffocation in a chimney? What are you doing inside of a chimney? What? How do you get in these type of situations? I want to hear this.
Dr. Jacqueline Kotarek, a 49-year-old physician from California, made a decision that can only be described as bold, ill-advised, and tragically final. She was in a turbulent relationship with a man named William Moody.
Okay.
One evening after an argument, Moody refused to see her, so she took matters into her own hands. First, she tried to break into his house with a shovel, which, unsurprisingly, didn't work. Then instead of calling it a night and reconsidering her approach...
How did you not break into a house with a shovel? I don't know how you didn't break into a house with a shovel. It's pretty easy. If it's a regular door, it's pretty easy to do with a shovel, I'm not gonna lie, but...
She climbed onto the roof, removed the chimney cover, and decided...
Oh my god. Okay, so she basically died while trying to do a little crime. She tried to literally break into somebody's house. So she was like a crazy ex-girlfriend. That's what she was basically doing.
to enter Santa style.
That's a brutal way to die, though. Yo, imagine... No! It's not even about suffocation. Imagine the chimney, like the heat from the chimney.
Only one problem. Chimneys aren't designed for human travel. She slid in feet first, expecting to land safely inside. But she got stuck. Badly. When she didn't show up for work the next day, colleagues reported her missing. 3 days later, a house sitter noticed a strange smell coming from the fireplace.
Oh, and
Firefighters
she was dead.
spent 5 hours breaking apart the chimney to reach her. She had been trapped just 2 feet above the opening. The autopsy revealed that she had suffocated.
Wait, so she didn't like scream? So when she was in the chimney, she didn't scream, and then her boyfriend didn't hear her, or was the boyfriend just not home? What the hell? But that doesn't make any sense. You're not gonna die in like one day unless she died from like heat or something. Because I'm sure she was probably able to breathe. Like you wouldn't have died from heat. Or, I mean, you might have died by heat, but you wouldn't die from, like, not having water.
Due to the extreme pressure on her chest, which made it impossible for her lungs to
pressure
expand.
from chest,
Moody later
okay.
expressed deep
Makes sense.
sadness over
Makes
the tragic
sense, makes
accident,
sense.
calling it a horrendously bad decision that cost her life. This entire situation could have been avoided by simply walking away, or at the very least, choosing a break-in method that didn't involve entering a narrow stone tunnel. Vladimir Lakonos. Death by exploding chewing gum.
Exploding chewing gum. Yo, what kind of villains do we have making exploding chewing gum?
December 2009, 25-year-old Vladimir Lakonos, a chemistry student from Ukraine, was doing what a lot of students do, chewing gum while studying. But unlike most people, he had a habit of dipping his gum in citric acid to make it extra sour. On this particular...
Oh yeah, I like to dip my gum into explosive chemicals just so it tastes better and it's saltier. What are you talking about, man? I want to dip it in acid to make it taste better. Oh my god, man. Like, this is pissing me off because people died because of these reasons. People no longer have lives because of these dumb scenarios. This is 100% avoidable death. What are you doing with your gum, bro?
Particular day, Vladimir grabbed a small white powder from his desk, dipped his gum, popped it in his mouth, and started chewing. Only it wasn't citric acid. It was a highly explosive chemical compound he had been working with in his lab. Within seconds, the gum detonated inside his mouth. The blast was so powerful that it blew off his jaw and instantly. His parents...
Yo, what chemical is that, bro? I'm not gonna lie, yo. Keep that chemical away from just anybody. That should be illegal. You're telling me it has so much power that it can... If it's combined with chewing gum, it can make it a full-on explosion? What?
During the explosion, rushed in, only to find an unspeakable scene. When police investigated, they found 2 identical containers. One with citric acid, the other with a volatile explosive powder.
Oh my god.
In a tragic mix-up, he had grabbed the wrong one.
Why is it legal to own explosive powder? You better...
This accident could have been avoided by labeling things properly. It also...
No. It could have been avoided. No, none of that label stuff. Sure, it could have. No, it could have been avoided by you not dipping your gum in other chemicals. Oh, I want to make it more salty. No, how about you just get better tasting gum?
serves as an important lesson. If you're going to eat something, make sure it's actually food.
Yeah.
As bizarre as these stories may be, it's important to remember that these were real people with real lives.
Exactly.
This video isn't about making fun of them. It's a
That's
reminder
true.
of how even the smallest decisions can have
That's true,
deadly
that's true, that's
consequences.
true.
So let's respect the dead, learn from their mistakes, and maybe, just maybe, think twice before making any life choices that could end up in a video like this.
Bro, this is, and the only reason I'm mad and yelling is because people have lost their lives because of these reasons. Okay, and they're very avoidable. Make sure you're reading any labels on containers or anything, please. Oh, anyways, if you guys like the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. The support has been actually crazy, and I will see you in the next one.